Heather from here at Booktubes, and today is rom-com recommendations. All of the books that are available in Kindle Unlimited will be marked in the description, so go ahead and check that out if you are a big KU user. Rom-coms are not necessarily what I always reach for. I like happy reads, and by that I mean I like for the couple to find happiness together. I like that in dark romance and romantic suspense, in contemporary, historical, fantasy, you name it. It's not that everything has to be smooth sailing, but I like when the couple works together to overcome the problems. So I like happy couples. However, sometimes you do just need a laugh, and these are all pretty funny. First, I have Rock Chick, which is Rock Chick #1 by Kristen Ashley. This is one of her more famous, popular series. So Indy has been in love with her best friend's brother their whole life. Her best friend is completely on board with this. In fact, they've been plotting since they were children how to get them to end up together. But he's turned her down at every turn, so for the last 10 years, she hasn't tried and has dated lots of other guys. However, their families are friends, so she spends every Christmas, every holiday with him, but she avoids him like the plague as much as possible. And this book, kind of the beginning of it, she puts herself in danger. There's quite a few disasters, and he can't take it, and he steps in and he tries to make her his woman, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, you're not interested. And it's a comedy of errors, quite a few of them. So this whole series is kind of the woman being crazy. Not that they're dumb by any means, but there's a lot of drama and craziness created by the woman, and the men are kind of going around putting out the fires and trying to keep them safe, but it's glorious. Next, I have Soulless, which is the first in the Parasol Protectorate series by Gail. Carriger. I would not necessarily call this a rom-com per se, although it's very funny. I remember laughing at it, and that's why it's in this list. But it is a steampunk fantasy Victorian era world, and so our main character is a soulless, and they're very rare. She's the only one known of in current times, and the world is full of vampires and werewolves. They're a part of society. They can be nobles just like anybody else. A soulless basically neutralizes a vampire or a werewolf. It takes away other people's supernatural powers, and so because of that, they're feared, they're hunted, yada yada yada. So you have this lady in English society, and she's a delight, and she's a soulless, and she falls in love with a werewolf, and the vampire, the main vampire character, is gay, and he's delightful. So there's no love triangle situation between the werewolf and the vampire and the hot chick. It's fun. It's a good time. Next, I have Playing for Keeps, Neighbor from Hell #1 by R.L. Mathewson. I want to say that this series does have a few typos and errors in it, so if that just completely annoys you to no end where you can't tolerate any, I believe that is present in all these books, but it's not overwhelmingly so where you absolutely can't enjoy the story. So they're neighbors, and they hate each other, and by hate each other I mean there's a misunderstanding, and she hates him, and he just kind of gets on her nerves. But it's them forming a friendship, and they become really good friends, and they're in complete denial that they're attracted to each other, and it's so cute. It's so cute, and you are introduced to his whole crazy family, and all of his family like gets their own book, and each and every one in the series falls in love with a neighbor, and it's just funny and cute and sweet and delightful, sometimes irritating and frustrating, and you want to beat the men upside the head, but it works out, and it's a really good read. Next, I have The Price of Scandal, which is #1 in the Bluewater Billionaires series by Lucy Score. There are 4 books. Each one is about a female billionaire, and they're all best friends, and they're all written by different authors. And I believe all of the authors make cameos in the book. They're in like a restaurant, that's their go-to writing spot, and the main characters eavesdrop on them trying to come up with scenes and stuff, so that's fun. So this particular billionaire is buttoned up, she's Miss Perfectionist, she's by the book, and she's in a scandal, and I believe it's her friends who are also billionaires hire like this fixer guy, he's to fix her image and stuff, and she meets him when he invited himself into her home and got in the bathtub. And that's how she meets him. And it's just funny and good. And who doesn't love reading about female billionaires? I ask you. Not me. I love it. It's cool. And I believe that this one in particular does a lot with chemistry and labs and stuff. So I don't know. I think you'll like it. Last but not least, I have After the Kiss, which is Sex, Love, and Stiletto, #1 by Layne. I read this series and the spin-off series. I think I read the spin-off series first, which is maybe Oxford Men or something like that, a couple of years ago. It's funny. It's about brothers in a magazine, and this is kind of a how to lose a guy in 10 days type of thing. So she doesn't really believe in monogamy, marriage, and dating, but she is required to do it for an article, and they fall in love like they always do. Really great writing. This is definitely a series that maybe you don't love, that they're going to break up, you know, at 80-90% through the book and then have to get back together. But the writing is so great that you almost don't care. That's it for the rom-com recommendations, and sometimes you just need something light and funny, and all of these were sweet, funny, good times. They all are different tropes and different settings and genres, but they're all funny and worth your while. Let me know if you read any of these or if you have recommendations for me. As always, all of the books are listed in the description, so hopefully you find something to read. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.